Hey guys, this is Jordan from Corvette Life. I have a YouTube channel. I haven't posted anything to the YouTube channel in probably a year. I think I've only posted 4 videos up until now, but I am going to start posting every single day. Uh, the primary purpose of my channel is to talk about the C7 Corvette that I own. The car specifically is a Z51 package 2015 3LT trimline. um, Basically, I just want to talk about the long-term ownership of the car. I daily drive the car. I've daily driven it for roughly 3 years. So I wanted to go over some of the issues that I've had with the car since owning it, maybe some of the nuances, and certainly if you're looking into buying a C7 or a similar car, this might help you in making the right decision. So just to kick it off, I just want to talk to you about some of the basic things, issues that I've had with the car. So to give you a background of how often I drive the car, probably the first 2 years I was driving the car between 30 and 40 miles a day, both ways to work. So I was driving it from Palm Beach to Miami every single day for about a year. Then it went down to about once or twice a week, and then probably this last year I've only driven it, maybe a far drive once a week. Other than that, it was just local stuff, maybe 10, 15 miles. um, Other than just regular oil changes, the only thing that I've changed on the car when I bought it, it was certified through Chevy, so they actually put brand new tires on the car when I bought it, so I didn't have to do that. I bought it locally in Delray Beach, Florida. The only issue that I've had with the car so far was the T-top having handle issues, where the screw, or the handle kind of pops in to lock it in. The screw would come loose and it would rattle, and then if you let it get any worse, you would have to take it in and they would have to replace it. Screws directly into the roof, so it's not like a screw you can really tighten yourself, so to speak. They have to go in and kind of, I guess, undo it and tighten it, from the inside out. So they ended up actually giving me a replacement top, which was nice because I had a major issue with the top. It just wouldn't stay tight. It would come loose every, day or two. So that was nice of them to change that. Other than that, it was one of the guides. One of the guides for the timing chain was coming loose. So they went ahead and they replaced that. It was a tensioner for one of the timing chains, so they went ahead and they changed that out for me. Other than that, I've had no real issues. That actually happened twice. That was in probably the second year that I owned the car. Other than that, that is the only mechanical issue I've ever had with the car. The car has been bulletproof. I've had no transmission issues, no overheating issues, no steering drivetrain issues. I put premium gas in it and change the oil, once every 3 months. I let it get down to about 30%, and then I'll go ahead and change it up. Other than that, I have the alignment set on, the camber. You can set it to track or, road. I've had it set to, road, which is a pretty, straight camber. There's, it's not tilted like you would get with a Z06 or anything like that if you had it set up for the track. So the tires wear pretty well for the long term. The only nuance that I could say I have with the car is you have to, if you're parking it in the sun with the C7 and you have the real Napa leather, you have to use a sun visor all the time. If you leave it out without a sun visor in the car for anywhere between an hour, to an hour and a half, let's say you're at the gym or you go to the beach or something like that, you will get some bubbling in the front, near the window of the dash or front windshield. It's pretty common. When I bought the car, they told me the first thing that that I needed to do, because it had the Napa leather, which has the wrapped dash, was to go out and buy a sun visor, which I did. So that helped. I've had no issues, but I've seen a lot of my friends' cars, and I do go to a lot of these Corvette events, and I've seen a lot of their cars have some bubbling issues where they had to have it pulled up and, I guess, glued and put back down after like a couple of years. This is long-term ownership. But other than that, I've had no issues with the car. Mechanically, the car is bulletproof. So if you're thinking about daily driving the car, you absolutely can. You'll have no issues. Just the same as driving a Hyundai or, any type of affordable daily driver car. I don't bang on the car too hard. I don't really go crazy. I do drive it every day, so I do take care of it. But, we have a crossover SUV that we drive on the weekends a lot too, when we just don't want to get into the Corvette because it's so small. And, it does get kind of uncomfortable after a while. The girlfriend doesn't really, want to get in if we're going on a really long trip or anything like that. So we take the other car. Future plans for the car. So the channel is going to be somewhat of a build out of the car. I'm a huge Corvette fan, as you can see in the background. I've got all the pictures, and that's just a little bit of what I have. But I've got a lot of Corvette memorabilia and signs, and you name it, I've got it. So right now the car's out of warranty. I want to do heads, cam, probably a supercharger in the next year. But I think to begin with, I'm just going to switch out, I'm going to put new wheels, new tires on it, and just do, American racing headers and probably, a Brian Tooley cam, at this point. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. That's the plan. So I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm going to make another video about some of the updates, and some of the different upgrades to the car. And I'll do more car videos and more car content, as time passes. But I just want to go over the overall durability of the car. No issues. I really haven't had any wear and tear on the interior. Excuse me. I haven't had really any issues on the interior of the car, which is important. A lot of people ask, on the 1LT to the 2LT to the 3LT, are there any differences? There is a difference. On the 1LT and the 2LT, I think you can get the sort of like a leatherette option, and it is a different leather. The leather on the 1LT and the 2LT, if you get the Napa leather on the 3LT, is totally different. A lot of people don't know that. So if you're shopping, ask to look at a 3LT. If you have that, opportunity, if they have a car, if you're at a Chevy dealership, you can look at one. Look at the Napa leather. It's totally different. It lasts forever. I'm going to do a video on the interior of the car and how well that leather's held up. And I really don't do anything special to it. I just have it cleaned, regularly. But I don't do any conditioners or anything crazy like that. So that's the interior. Exterior, and I know I'm kind of getting out of order of this video, and I'm kind of going on a rant, but I just want to do one video. That I didn't want to reshoot it. So anyway, exterior of the car, the paint's held up really well. I garage the car every day. So it doesn't really sit out overnight. It doesn't sit in the rain. It doesn't sit under trees. So I've had no issues with that. I didn't do any expel or anything like that. I just wash and wax the car myself. And I could say, I've driven some crazy highway miles, 30 miles each way, sometimes 40 if I'm really going way down deep into Miami, depending on what's going on. And I will drive it back up here. And the rock chips, I really haven't had any issues. I can wash and wax it. Most of it will come, off. I think maybe if I keep the car for another 2-3 years, I'll probably have the front bumper resprayed. We'll see how it looks. But so far, so good. No issues. Everything looks good. Everything's holding up. Rims are fine. I've hit some crazy potholes. Never had issues with the Z51 style wheels that come on the car, which is good. The tires, I have the stock tires on the car. I just put new ones on. Like I said, when they sold me the car, when I bought the car, I had them put new tires on as part of the deal. And what's interesting enough is that when I bought the car, you know, 3.5 years ago now, the car actually today is selling for more. So I could get, you know, roughly $5,000 more than what I paid for the car when I bought it. You know, I negotiated with a guy when I bought the Corvette 3.5 years ago. He must have had like 60 Corvettes in the lot. You know, 30 of them were used. You know, you could walk and pick out any one you wanted. So they gave me a pretty good deal, and I strung them along for a couple days until I got the deal that I wanted. I came back there and got it. So anyway, that's the story on the car right now. I just want to give you guys an update. Corvette Life, it's a channel that I haven't added any videos to really, but I will. I'm going to start adding some more content and try to upload at least one video every day. And, you know, it's also going to be some other car stuff. You know, I'm into cars, a lot of other stuff. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Jordan271984. I think I'll double check that. I don't even know it. But you guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm a little active on Instagram. I post like once every 2 or 3 months. Maybe that's not active at all to you guys. But it is to us older folks. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update, let you know I'm here. More videos are coming. So like